Il nostro Lorenzo Ormando è andato a Londra ad intervistare il regista Sam Raimi e tutto il cast del film Il Grande E Potente Oz.
Well, I love your green. I'm honored that you wore an emerald scarf.
Oh, well, I would have loved to wear also an emerald tie.
I gotta get an emerald tie, yeah.
I had one, but it was too large.
It's a very nice touch.
Da questa parte, visitate le attrazioni più mirabili al mondo!
Il Kansas è pieno di brav'uomini. Io non voglio essere un brav'uomo. Voglio essere un grande uomo.
When Oz comes to the land of Oz, everybody wants something from him. What about you in your job? How do you deal with people's expectations? What about you?
That's a tough question for this early in the morning. Yeah, of course you care. I think you want people who like what you do. You want to deliver for them, and you want to stand behind projects that you're really proud of. Of course, I think so. And I think in choosing things, you think I want to do something that I like, but I also have this fan base that believes in me and supports me, and I want to do things they'd like too.
Questo ti servirà!
Yeah, it always depends on the project. You know, each project has its own sort of expectations or parameters, or you know, there's different kinds of movies, and so your job is, you know, aims to fill different kinds of things. So with a movie like this, we know we're making a Disney fantasy film. We want it to be fun, we want it to be epic and entertaining. When I go and do a movie like Spring Breakers, you know, there are different kinds of expectations, and I want to fulfill those, you know.
Very different from your previous films. It's a family picture.
Yes. I like trying really different things. I like to stretch as a director because it's exciting for me. And I feel like if I'm excited, learning a new thing, there'll be an energy in the picture, and that excitement will be translated to the audience.
Sto sognando.
People will always have expectations. I think as long as you're honest to yourself and truthful to yourself, then it is the truth. And so you can never please everybody. That's the honest truth. And so as long as you make yourself happy and you make decisions for yourself, for the right reasons, then even if they're not the right decision, at least you know that you did it for the right reasons.
Sei a Oz. E io sono Teodora, la strega buona.
Dov'è la tua scopa?
Non ne sai molto sulle streghe, vero? La città di Smeraldo.
Sei qui finalmente. Ora si potrà compiere la profezia.
Lei è mia sorella.
Evanora, sono qui per servirti.
My character Evanora is very evil, very cruel, very nasty, very manipulative. She lies, she breaks her sister's heart to get what she wants, and what she wants is the throne. And the more evil she is, the more fun she has. So she has fun being bad. She's a kind of old-fashioned villain.
You wear magnificent costumes in the film. How do they help you in developing the character, if they help you?
Yeah, without the costume, my character wouldn't exist. The character's like 99% from the costume. You know, she has sequins and corsets and lace-up boots and lashes and lips and headdress and feathers, and you know, she's a lot. The costume's a lot and she's a lot.
Non è meraviglioso? Te l'ho detto che sarebbe venuto.
Hai osato accompagnare quello zotico qui dentro e vuoi permettergli di sedersi sul sacro trono?
E perché no? Lui è il mago.
Il mago. È lui che lo dice.
Normally I play characters that don't wear any makeup and who wear jeans and a t-shirt. That's what I'm more used to. It's the first time. Normally it takes me about 6 minutes, literally. I timed it on the Born Legacy. I took 6 minutes to get into hair, makeup and costume. But this took like 2.5 hours. It's a long, lots of makeup, lots of pulling the corset and pulling the boots and sticking on the lashes. And yeah, it's my first outing into, obviously I get dressed up for the red carpet and stuff like that, but never for a film. I haven't ever gotten that dressed up.
Il tesoro reale di Oz sarà tuo, ma solo dopo che avrai sconfitto la strega maligna.
E quanto maligna sarebbe?
Ha lasciato città in rovina e bambini senza famiglia. Il grande mago del Kansas. Aspettavo il tuo arrivo. Ora metterai ogni cosa a posto.
She's an iconic character. Glinda is an iconic character, but she's not the first iconic character of your career. I'm thinking, of course, about Marilyn. What's the difference to you when you play a fictional character or a real one?
Well, Marilyn was different than anybody that I've ever played, and probably ever will, because there is so much available material. There's so much to learn. There's so much that you can get wrong when you play somebody who was real, who lived and walked. So there's a lot of absorbing. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning.
A lot of
that
work.
has to happen. Yeah. And with somebody like Glinda, she's a creation from the script and from the book and from your director, but she's really in your head. So you can't get it as wrong as you can get somebody who really lived.
Insomma, non ci hai mai neanche pensato che potrebbe essere un impostore, in combutta con la strega cattiva mandato qui per ucciderci.
La strega cattiva, non essere ridicola.
Non sono io che sottovaluto la sua intelligenza, mi pare. O forse è te che invece sottovaluto. Ti sei alla fine schierata con lei, sorella.
Non mi sono schierata con nessuno. E tu lo sai.
What is it like to play such an iconic character like this?
Frightening.
Frightening.
It is, because it's such an iconic character that there's no way of imitating it. And I never would want to imitate it or recreate it or do anything to it, because you'd fail. And so this is very much an origins tale of that character.
Ha veramente intenzione di farlo?
Quanto sarà complicato uccidere una strega cattiva?
Tanto! Molto tanto! È molto tanto complicato uccidere una strega cattiva. E come farà con la povera ragazza? Credo che lei le piaccia davvero.
Poi le passerà. Fanno tutte così. È una streghetta carina, avrà un mucchio di maghi fuori dalla porta.
No, ogni bugia che racconta ci avvicina di un passo alle prigioni della città di Smeraldo.
E tu non considerarle bugie.
With The Wizard of Oz, you know, what most people know about the wizard is from the 1939 film, and all you really see of him is that older man behind the curtain. So I'm playing a much younger version, probably, 30 plus years younger than that guy. So there wasn't the same kind of pressure to mimic any kind of behavior or anything like that. We really had a lot of room to create this character like we wanted.
You both direct films. When you were on the set, have you ever wished to direct a huge film like this, so big?
I never even imagined that I could, because again, I've never been. James has done some big movies like this. This is my first one, so for me it was like grad school, watching Sam, who's the best in the world at it, work, and he's so generous with sharing information and being a mentor. He loves it. He always finds the time to explain things. So yeah, I think after spending 6 months on a big movie like this, I learned a lot. Not that I'm ready to start tomorrow, but one day I'd love to. Yeah.
It's pretty scary. What about you?
I think I'd like to if the subject justified the size, but I think the most difficult thing for me, because we've both directed movies before, and you can see that a movie like this involves aspects that are just extensions of things that you do on a small movie. But here there are more departments. It's just bigger in scale. Everything extends out. So I can sort of understand how you might do something like this. Watching Sam and putting it together with the very small movies that I've done. I think what would be the hardest for me is the time commitment. I mean, I think Sam worked 3 years or more on this, from pre-production through post.
It's a lot.
So it's such a huge commitment. I don't know. It'd have to be like.
And the pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough pressure when you make a $3 million movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how he sleeps at night.
when Oz comes to the land of Oz, everybody wants something from him, basically. How do you deal with people's expectations? Do you care? You don't?
That's an interesting question. I really try not to think about it, about what people might want from me in a good way or in a bad way. I mean, I think it can go both ways. But I really just try and think about, like, what's the best that I can do? What do I expect of myself? What do I demand of myself?
And when you approach a new project, do you feel, maybe you feel scared, or you feel more enthusiasm, or what?
Always fear, always. Always, why am I here? What am I doing here? I don't know how to do this. This is, I should quit. I should run away. And that happens with every job. It never seems to go away, the unknown.
Even if you're so good.
I don't feel so good. I feel so human. I feel so fallible. I feel my shortcomings much more than I do my strengths.
She makes bubbles, and I think that actors are often under the eye of the audience and of the media. Would you like to have sometimes a filter,
yes.
a bubble to protect you and protect your privacy?
Oh, yeah. If I could have a magical power, that's what I would make. I would love to have a bubble.
Vi prego, ditemi che sapete combattere.
No, ma sappiamo cantare.
Ragazzi, fate una pausa. Non è detto che sia veramente un mago.
Sì, ma loro non lo sanno. Puoi fare molto più di quanto immagini.
Aiutami, prego! Sei tu il grande uomo che aspettavamo?
Credo di poterlo essere.